All right, let's talk about something that is quietly running in the background of almost everything you do online. We're talking online banking, sending emails, you name it. It's a concept called non-repudiation. And really, it's all about one thing. How do you create undeniable proof in the digital world?
So let's just start with that big question. In a world where you can't see someone or shake their hand, how in the world do you prove who actually did what? How do you solve that digital whodunit?
And that question, well, that's exactly where our story begins. It's about tackling this fundamental problem of denial in our digital lives.
I mean, think about it. In the physical world, this is pretty straightforward, right? We've got handwritten signatures, we have witnesses, we have physical evidence. It's a system we've trusted for centuries.
But online, oh, things get way trickier. Every single action, a click, a purchase, an agreement, is really just a stream of ones and zeros, just bits and bytes. And the thing about bits and bytes is, they can be copied, they can be altered. So without that physical presence, how can we be absolutely sure who's really behind any of it?
Well, luckily, the digital world has a really clever solution for this. So let's dive into the undeniable answer to our little digital mystery.
And the answer is a term called non-repudiation. To put it simply, it's the guarantee that someone can't just turn around later and say, "Nope, wasn't me." It gives you solid, verifiable proof of where a message came from, that's the origin, and that it hasn't been messed with along the way, that's the integrity.
This quote really just nails it. Think of non-repudiation as the digital version of an unbreakable, witnessed promise. It basically locks in commitments and actions, making them verifiable and, yeah, often legally binding. You can't back out of it. Okay, so how does this magic actually happen? Well, the core technology that makes it all possible is something called the digital signature. Let's break down how that works. Let's start with something we all know. A handwritten signature. That's a physical mark, right? You verify it with your eyes. A digital signature, on the other hand, isn't something you can see. It's a really complex mathematical scheme that's verified using cryptography. And here's the kicker. While a physical signature can be forged, a properly implemented digital one is incredibly secure. So here's how it goes down. It's this clever four-step dance. First, the sender uses their secret private key, this is something only they have access to generate a unique signature. Second, that signature gets attached to the message. Third, the recipient uses the sender's public key, which is, public and available to everyone, to check it. And finally, if that public key can successfully validate the signature, it confirms two absolutely critical things. The sender is who they claim to be, and the document hasn't been changed one bit.
And this right here, this is the magic. The whole thing hinges on this one fact. Only your private key can create a signature that your public key can verify. It's this unique mathematical link that proves, beyond a shadow of a doubt, that the signature could only have come from you.
But a digital signature doesn't operate in a vacuum. It's actually supported by a whole ecosystem of technologies that, together, create what you could call the pillars of digital trust.
And this ecosystem has a few key parts. First, you've got PKI, Public Key Infrastructure. Just think of it like the DMV for digital keys. It's the trusted authority that issues and manages them. Then you have audit logs, which create this permanent, unchangeable record of who did what and exactly when they did it. Timestamping adds another layer, providing verifiable proof that a document was signed at a very specific moment in time. And of course, all of this is built on the science of cryptography, which is what secures the communication in the first place. Put them all together, and you've got a fortress of proof.
So this isn't just some abstract tech theory, right? Let's talk about how this system is actively securing your world, probably every single day.
The scale here is, well, it's massive. We are talking about trillions of dollars in legal and commercial transactions that simply could not happen without the guarantee of non-repudiation. It is, and this is not an exaggeration, the bedrock of modern digital commerce. And just think about your own life. Every time you log into your bank, or you make a purchase online, or you sign a digital contract, or even just download software from a trusted source, this is the technology working quietly in the background to protect you and verify every single one of those steps.
So if there's one key takeaway, it's this. Non-repudiation isn't just another cybersecurity buzzword. It's more like a silent guardian, a constant, invisible process that ensures integrity and builds trust in a world where we can't always see who we're dealing with.
And that kind of leaves us with one last big thought to chew on. As our world gets even more digital, we're talking AI, the metaverse, smart devices all over the place, what is the next great challenge for undeniable proof? What happens when it's not just about proving who sent something, but who or even what created it in the first place? Definitely something to think about.